You've probably heard this before. Just follow the 50-30-20 rule and you'll be financially free. 50% needs, 30% wants, 20% savings. Simple, right? Except, you're doing everything right, and you still feel broke. The rent is paid, the bills are covered, you're cutting back on Starbucks, but somehow, that 20% savings never actually happens. If that sounds familiar, you're not failing. The 50-30-20 rule is. In this video, we're breaking down why the 50-30-20 rule doesn't work for everyone, who it actually works for, and the smarter budgeting frameworks you can use to finally take control of your money. Stick around to the end. I'll show you how to calculate your own personal money ratio and how to adjust it so it fits your own lifestyle. The 50-30-20 rule wasn't invented by TikTokers. It came from a 2005 book called All You're Worth: The Ultimate Lifetime Money Plan by Elizabeth Warren and Amelia Warren Tyagi. The idea was simple: a formula to help middle-class Americans balance spending and saving without obsessing over every penny, and the idea worked. 50% on needs: your rent, utilities, groceries, insurance. 30% on wants: dining out, Netflix, trips, hobbies. 20% on savings and debt repayment. It was revolutionary for its time, but here's the issue: that formula was built for a very different economy. Back then, the average cost of living was dramatically lower. Housing costs were half of what they are now. Student loans were manageable. And health insurance didn't eat up entire paychecks. So, if you're struggling to make that rule work today, it's not you, it's inflation, wages, and the modern financial system. Let's break it down with real numbers. Imagine two people. Person A earns $3,000 a month after taxes. Person B earns $6,000 a month after taxes. For Person A, the 50-30-20 rule says $1,500 for needs, $900 for wants, $600 for savings. But if rent alone is $1,400 and groceries are $300, there's nothing left for saving. Now, Person B earning $6,000 can comfortably save $1,200 a month under the same rule. Do you see the problem? The 50-30-20 rule assumes proportional flexibility, but life isn't linear. As income rises, fixed costs take up less of your budget. But at lower income levels, needs can eat up 70 to 80% of your paycheck. Add student loans, car payments, child care, or medical bills, and the formula collapses. That's why experts now recommend personalized budgeting ratios, adjusting the percentages to match your unique financial stage. Let's introduce something new: the flexible budget framework. Here's how it works. Instead of copying a one-size-fits-all ratio, you build your own budget based on three things: your income range, your cost of living, and your financial goals. Example 1. If you are on a low to mid-income, earning under $3,500 per month, use a 70-20-10 rule. 70% for needs, 20% for wants, 10% for savings and debt repayment. That allows breathing room while still building the habit of saving. Example 2. For a mid-income with around $5,000 per month, try a 60-25-15 rule. 60% for needs, 25% for wants, and 15% for savings. This works if you're juggling expenses but want to grow your savings over time. Example 3. For a high-income earner with over $7,000 per month, aim for the 50-20-30 rule. 50% for needs, 20% for wants, and 30% for savings and investments. Here, your goal isn't just saving, it's investing and building wealth. The flexible budget framework gives you control. You can adjust seasonally or during major life changes, like a move, new baby, or career shift. If you're someone who likes more structure, there's another strategy that outperforms the 50-30-20 rule for many people: zero-based budgeting. With zero-based budgeting, every dollar has a name and a job. When you get paid, you assign every dollar to a purpose: bills, savings, fun, debt, until nothing is left unassigned. It's not about spending everything, it's about giving every dollar a mission. So instead of saying 20% goes to savings, you say $300 goes to my emergency fund, $200 to investments, $100 to debt. Zero-based budgeting helps you stay intentional, not impulsive. Apps like Anab, You Need a Budget, Mint, or Rocket Money can automate this process, so you don't have to track it manually. Now, even the best budgeting system will fail if your habits don't support it. Here are 3 common behavioral traps that sabotage the 50-30-20 rule and how to fix them. 1. Lifestyle creep. When income goes up, spending follows. You can fix this by automating your savings to go out before you see the money. 2. Emotional spending. This is using wants as stress relief. Fix this by adding a guilt-free fund to your budget, a small, intentional spending allowance. 3. No financial boundaries. Sharing finances without clarity or splitting expenses inefficiently. Fix this by setting separate personal and joint budgets if you're in a household. These small shifts protect your ratios and ensure your budget works long-term. Now let's find your real ratio, the one that reflects your true spending habits. Step 1. Look at your last 3 months of bank statements. Step 2. Categorize your spending into needs, which include rent, food, bills; wants, which include entertainment or shopping; and lastly, savings and debt repayment. Step 3. Add up the totals and calculate each as a percentage of your income. You might find you're doing 65-25-10 or 75-15-10, and that's fine. The goal isn't to perfectly match the 50-30-20 rule. The goal is to understand your actual ratios and tweak them strategically over time. Then, slowly shift toward your target ratio, maybe adjusting 5% at a time every few months. Let's wrap this up with a smarter, simpler way to budget, something I call the 3-stage budget plan. Stage 1. Survive. At this stage, your focus is on stability. Cover your needs, reduce debt, and save something, even $20 per paycheck. Use the 70-20-10 rule here. Stage 2. Stabilize. Once your emergency fund hits 1 month of expenses, start lowering needs and redirecting your money to goals. Try a 60-25-15 rule during this phase. Stage 3. Grow. When you've got stable cash flow and minimal debt, it's time to accelerate wealth. Move to a 50-20-30 rule, investing in stocks, retirement, or side hustle. This dynamic approach grows with you. Because real financial freedom isn't about following someone else's ratio, it's about understanding your own ratio. The truth is that money isn't one size fits all, and your budget should evolve as your life evolves. So, stop forcing yourself into a formula that was never built for you, and start building one that works with you. Because the best budget isn't the perfect one. It's the one you can actually stick to. If you found this helpful, hit like and subscribe for more smart money moves. Stay tuned for my next video on how to turn the 50-30-20 rule into a wealth plan. It's the perfect next step.